Welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the show for print-on-demand sellers that want to increase their sales in the near term. I'm going to be sharing 5 print-on-demand niches that you can target to do just that. So let's get to it. First, the top 10 organic bestsellers. These are from Amazon Merch. You know, Amazon, the #1 e-commerce website in the world. Well, they have a print-on-demand program called Amazon Merch, and that is what we are looking at using the Merch Dominator research tool to pull the top trending niches. And these are the top 10 when you filter out the protected brands that we don't have the rights to sell. The first thing I notice is that the first 7 out of 10 are related to the 6-7 niche. We've been talking about it for 2 months in a row at this point. It continues to be extremely dominant. And this is a big deal because it's right up there in terms of sales generated with the big intellectual property recognizable brands that invest millions of dollars in advertising often, you know, for their products. And those are the ones that we filter out because we don't have the rights to sell them. But 6-7 as just something that people are interested in buying as a meme or a joke, whatever, who cares, doing incredibly well. Number 8 is F-Caw-F. Number 9, this is my costume, now give me a beer. And number 10 is this kind of unique design, maybe AI generated or something with the crows and the nature head growing out of the ground that you see behind me. All right, let's move on to niche number 1 now and see if any of these factor in or maybe preview this episode. Niche number 1, how about 2025 Christmas designs? And by the way, those are great starting keywords. If you just upload a shirt and call it a Christmas shirt, well, you're competing with every Christmas shirt that was uploaded to Amazon in the past decade. If you call it 2025 Christmas, even if there's no 2025 specific element in the design, at least you're signaling to Amazon, hey, like, and by the way, there probably should be something modern in the design to really capture the 2025 keyword that's in your primary keywords. But it's a nice way to set yourself apart from all the old Christmas shirts, even if the design doesn't really have a 2025 element in it, just a strict keyword basis. So 2025 Christmas, and speaking of that, all of these that you see behind me were uploaded in the last few days. So you can actually see they were basically all uploaded on October 31st. The one behind me was October 30th. You can see just a generic Merry Christmas with ornaments. The next one says, being related to me is really the only gift you need. The next one is 6-7 bruh with Santa Claus. The next one just says bruh. And the one behind me says, it's me, I'm everything. All right, moving on, niche number 2. What do you know? 6-7 Christmas, almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You saw how well 6-7 was selling in general when we looked at the top 10. And if you guys are subscribed and you saw last week's video, I told you 6-7 Christmas shirts are going to be the next big trend. Hopefully you jumped on it because here's your validation. You can actually see the BSRs down here as well. BSR stands for bestsellers rank. Amazon shows us how well products are selling relative to each other. And you don't have to guess. You actually know what customers are buying. So you can skip past shirts that haven't sold. You can use Merch Dominator, by the way. It expedites this whole process. I'll link to it in the description. That's why I use that as a research tool. But 6-7, bruh. 900K BSR. Santa says 6-7, 500K. By the way, these numbers, the lower the better, okay? Under 1 million implies it's probably a niche worth looking into. And you want to kind of average out the average BSR of page 1. To get a good idea. And by the way, Merch Dominator's Chrome extension does that for you. 6-7 Santa Claus, 6-7 with the snow, naughty nice 6-7, and the one behind me says 6-7, bruh. All right, moving on. Niche number 3. Oh, before we get to niche number 3, I have a free print-on-demand mini course to help you get started and make money with print-on-demand. Linked below. I just need your email address, and I'll send it to you 1 lesson a day. I also have a print-on-demand Facebook community completely free to join, linked below. Niche number 3, 6-7 Thanksgiving. Of course, don't overlook Thanksgiving. I'm guilty of it. I did not think 6-7 Thanksgiving was going to be a thing, but here we are. We have the BSRs to prove it. The first one right here is like a 6-7. They made like the numbers out of a turkey somehow, probably AI, but either way, has 122,000 BSR, doing really well. Now, the second one is basically the same design, but a little bit more basic in the design approach. That is a BSR of 500,000. The next one's a turkey teacher in class teaching math, says 12 times 5 plus 7 equals, and I'm sure I can guess the answer. Next one is a dabbing turkey. It says 6-7, bruh. Next one says, bruh, 6 out of 7 teachers think 67% of students overuse 6-7. That's kind of funny, actually. The next one is just a turkey holding a sign that says 6-7. All right, are you guys tired of hearing me say it? I think that's the last time we're going to have to say it in this episode. But the whole point of me sharing this, again, guys, I tried to kind of allude to it earlier, is that Amazon merch, since 2022, has really made it clear, like, they're not letting in a lot of new applicants. The existing applicants, they're not doing a lot of tier ups. They're in fact doing tier downs. All right, they're doing everything they can to pry away upload slots from us normal sellers, while behind the scenes, they're trying to ink deals with big brands, the NFL, Major League Baseball. You get, movies, Marvel, etc. It's clear what they want on their platform and what they're not prioritizing. They're not prioritizing us. So anytime that me and you can make big wins with 6-7 on par with the Marvel shirts, we should be excited. Also, this extends well beyond Amazon merch, but because I use Amazon merch to research for these videos, just wanted to speak to that specifically. By the way, if you're struggling to create your Thanksgiving themed designs, check out Creative Fabrica. They have over 1 million. They have millions of graphics for print-on-demand sellers to use. They've got over 100,000 fonts. They've got the Shape Cloud tool. You can join for $3.99 a month. It's probably the best deal in terms of like bang for your buck. That's linked below. All right, niche number 4 this week. How about Trot Squad? We're talking more about Thanksgiving. I just showed you where you can get your Thanksgiving graphics. I love the Trot Squad designs because they're often one customer buying for multiple people. Trot Squad implies like it's a Thanksgiving walk or a Thanksgiving 5K or a Thanksgiving marathon. Who knows, right? Like, let me know if you guys have anything like that going on around you. We had the Marine Corps marathon around near me just a week ago, and I had a friend who completed it. Shout out to him. But Trot Squad shirts, it's got a turkey element, a Thanksgiving element, the fall themes, festive colors, etc. And it says Trot Squad. And your average order value is not going to be one shirt. It's going to be 1.1 plus. Normally most shirts you sell one at a time to each customer. But this is one of those examples where on average, you're going to be selling multiple. That's an awesome way to increase your average order value without having to increase your price. BSRs, 2.8 million, 285,000, 186,000, 800K, 1.1 million, 1.2 million, 500K, and then behind me, 400K. Moving on, niche number 5. How about F-Caw-F Thanksgiving? So we talked about the F-Caw-F shirts probably 3 months ago. It's been a while, right? They've been trending all year. But how about the Thanksgiving specific F-Caw-F shirts? Because do you remember the originals were bird related? And what do we think about with Thanksgiving? We think about cooking up a bird for Thanksgiving. So it makes sense they're making the turkey versions or the chicken versions even still doing well. But the F-Caw-F Thanksgiving shirts, if you didn't think about that, well, now you know. Go list some. And then include the word Thanksgiving in your keywords. Like tailor it to, or F-Caw-F turkey, right? Tailor it to what the customers are typing into the search bar. Hopefully that makes sense. That's niche number 5. All right, emerging trends. These are looking at current BSRs and evaluating it against the 90-day average BSR of these shirts, looking for just that, emerging trends using real data made possible by Merch Dominator. You can see a lot of the Thanksgiving stuff, or a lot of the Halloween stuff, I should say, that's going to fall out of favor now that Halloween's behind us. Probably the Thanksgiving stuff's going to become popular right in parallel with Christmas. There you go, Pumpkin Pie Squad as well. If you did Trot Squad, you got to do Pumpkin Pie Squad for after the Trot Squad finishes their race or their walk. Their trot, I guess. Looking ahead, these are smaller holidays at least 1 month away. December 2nd is National Fritters Day. December 3rd is Make a Gift Day. December 4th is Santa's List Day. December 5th is Repeal Day. Prohibition ends at last. And December 6th is St. Nicholas Day. All right, the archive. These were trending 23 months ago. Okay, due to inflation, this is my ugly Christmas sweater. Guess what, chicken butt? I can't. I have plans in the garage. Oh crap, I picked the wrong white elephant gift. The pickle shirt. The elf costume. Just a girl who loves anime, ramen, and sketching. The dabbing Christmas elements. Santa, I do it for the hose. Sasquatch carrying a Christmas tree. Might as well sleep under the tree because we all know I'm the gift. You guys get the gist. The Christmas shirts are coming. When I do 23 months ago, because last year was an election year, so we skipped that, what we're saying is 1 month from today, what was trending in the past? This is what was trending in the past. So take a hint. You got the evergreens. You got the Christmas-related shirts. Get out there, upload some good designs, and make some sales. All right, removed designs. These are all removed in the last 24 hours, either by the uploader or by Amazon. So just take a look, see if there's anything that you might be selling that you might want to double check, that you might want to remove. Also, often people just removing designs to free up new upload slots. But when I see something like the Friends logo, that person probably got banned from Amazon merch for uploading that. That's just how it works. You don't want to upload the Friends logo to any of your designs. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Quick reminder, I have a full print-on-demand course linked below if you want to copy the exact approach that's made me six-figure profits every year since 2019. That is linked below. Thank you, and I will see you guys at the next video.